2, 1, 0.
Deep in the shadows of space lies a chilling discovery that haunts NASA to this day. Decades after the Apollo missions, the enigmatic reason behind their lunar retreat is revealed, a mystery shrouded in darkness, daring to defy the dreamers of the cosmos.
Choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the...
It's one small step for man.
A tapestry of triumphs and tragedies. The summer of 1969 marked a significant period in history, filled with both triumphs and tragedies. From the conviction of Saran for the murder of New York Senator Robert F. Kennedy to the final episode of Star Trek airing, the Beatles topping Billboard's list, President Nixon withdrawing 25,000 US troops from Vietnam, the Manson murders, and a devastating hurricane claiming over 250 lives, it was an unforgettable season. However, the zenith of that summer was the Apollo 11 mission. On May 18, 1969, the Apollo 10 mission laid the groundwork for Apollo 11, NASA's attempt to land on the moon. The historic event took place on July 20, 1969, with mission commander Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin becoming the first and second astronauts to set foot on the moon. Despite its success, subsequent moon missions were never realized, and various reasons contribute to this intriguing tale. Engineering marvels and human challenges. The Apollo 11 mission itself was an impressive feat, a culmination of hard work and hope from hundreds of thousands of people. Armstrong acknowledged the spacecraft's significance, considering it the greatest engineering feat of the 20th century. The meticulous planning and construction took over 8 years and cost $2.4 billion, equivalent to over $23 billion today. Surprisingly, President Kennedy, who initiated the moon mission in 1961, didn't have a personal interest in the moon. His motivation stemmed from the desire to showcase American industry capabilities and surpass the Soviet Union in space exploration. The Soviets, in their secret program, hid their attempts to reach the moon until 1989, fueling conspiracy theories about the moon landing being faked. Interestingly, insurance companies refused coverage for astronauts Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin and Michael Collins, fearing a significant loss. In response, the astronauts creatively used their autographs as a form of life insurance. Quarantined before the mission, they signed hundreds of covers which, if needed, could be sold for substantial funds. Today, these autographs can fetch as much as $30,000 each. The spacesuits worn during the moon landing were another marvel. Custom-made by the International Latex Corporation, known for brass and girdlers, the spacesuits were created by Playtex, a lingerie company. Despite the unconventional origin, the spacesuits were designed to withstand extreme lunar temperatures and protect astronauts from solar radiation. The challenge was to make them flexible enough for comfortable movement on the moon's surface. Astronauts underwent rigorous training for the Apollo 11 mission, not just in mastering the technology required, but also in physically preparing themselves for the unique challenges of space. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins traveled nationally and internationally, training in various locations such as Arizona, Texas, and Nevada. Their preparation included collecting and analyzing rock and soil samples, with a focus on muscle memory for tasks like digging trenches and driving core tubes into the soil. G-force training was particularly demanding, requiring them to maneuver in zero gravity and simulate lunar conditions by walking along walls. The Saturn V rocket, instrumental in the mission's takeoff, faced potential risks. Concerns arose from a near-explosion incident during the Apollo 6 test flight in 1968. Engineers predicted a massive fireball if an explosion occurred, prompting precautions during the Apollo 11 liftoff. VIP guests were sealed 3.5 miles away from the pad. Fortunately, Saturn V remained robust, making it the largest and most powerful rocket to complete its mission without any fatalities or issues. Neil Armstrong's piloting skills played a pivotal role in the mission's success. An accomplished naval aviator, engineer and test pilot, Armstrong's precision during the liftoff ensured a smooth journey. However, his exceptional piloting almost led to a mishap during the moon landing. When faced with a massive crater at the designated landing site, Armstrong manually navigated the lunar module to a suitable location, resulting in an unusually soft landing. While the soft landing was smooth, it led to a fuel miscalculation, though there was enough to ensure a safe return. The moon's distinct smell became an unexpected experience for the astronauts. Armstrong and Aldrin described it as reminiscent of wet ashes and gunpowder. Concerns arose about the flammability of lunar dust, prompting readiness for fire precautions. The strong and irritating smell clung to the astronauts, but scientists on Earth never had the chance to experience it as the smell dissipated on its journey. In a surprising revelation, Buzz Aldrin quietly took communion on the moon, a fact largely kept secret. Aldrin, partaking in the Christian sacrament, performed the Holy Communion with sacred bread and wine blessed on Earth. NASA, wary of public scrutiny, kept the event discreet. Aldrin's decision to include a moment of silence and thanks during the ceremony garnered respect, emphasizing the shared human experience despite diverse beliefs. Ultimately, the Apollo 11 mission transcended technological achievements, offering a glimpse into the shared humanity of those exploring the unknown. The astronauts' resilience, adaptability, and personal moments on the moon underscored the significance of human unity in the face of extraordinary challenges. Unveiling the hidden stories of Apollo 11, Neil Armstrong's famous line upon stepping onto lunar soil might not be entirely accurate. While the iconic phrase heard on Earth is, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," Armstrong insists he said, "That's one small step for a man." The discrepancy arose from unclear audio in the footage,
That's one small step for man.
but a later analysis in 2006 suggested a brief, unintelligible sound between the words "for" and "man," supporting Armstrong's original claim. Years after the Apollo 11 mission, ufologists and conspiracy theorists speculated that NASA discovered more than lunar dust and rocks on the moon, suggesting the concealment of alien remains. Despite over 5 decades since the moon landing, the absence of evidence for extraterrestrial life on the moon hasn't deterred these theories. Following the historic moonwalk on July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin faced a potential crisis when they discovered a broken switch on the lunar module. This switch, vital for takeoff, could have left them stranded on the moon. Swift thinking from Buzz Aldrin, using a felt-tip pen to press and close the broken circuit breaker, provided an ingenious solution. The astronauts reported the issue to ground control, ensuring a successful departure. After the perilous return journey, Armstrong, Aldrin and Collins faced another challenge: quarantine. Concerned about potential exposure to lunar bacteria or harmful unknown elements, NASA quarantined the astronauts for 21 days. Despite celebrating his birthday in quarantine, Armstrong's surprise party, complete with a cake from the Lunar Receiving Laboratory, kept spirits high. Fortunately, no pathogens hitchhiked with the astronauts, and they were cleared to return home. Contrary to popular belief, Apollo 11 left more than just the American flag on the moon. Footprints, part of the landing module, tools, and even discarded items, including hammers, scoops, and human waste, remain. The absence of weather on the moon ensures that these traces may last for a significant duration. In the 1960s, skepticism surrounded the Apollo 11 mission, with many anticipating disaster due to the unprecedented nature of reaching the moon. Critics questioned the allocation of funds, believing the mission to be unrealistic. Even President Richard Nixon had a prepared speech by William Safire in case of mission failure, acknowledging the risks of space travel. While concerns lingered about the success of the mission, it defied expectations and paved the way for future space exploration. Advances in technology and ongoing exploration contribute to a deeper understanding of the universe. Despite our limited knowledge, the mysteries of space continue to unravel, reminding us of the vastness and complexity beyond our planet. Thanks for watching.